Okay, everyone, make yourselves comfortable. I'm sure we'll have this matter cleared up in no time.
Mrs. Randall, may I ask what this is all about?
Why, surely you know, Mr. Hathaway. You're the one who called me.
I called you to discuss your daughter Amy and her being caught smoking in the school bathroom.
I understand, and I've asked these people to join us today to help clear up the matter.
Mrs. Randall, I believe Amy's rebellion is simply the result of a lack of discipline and proper instruction on your part. I hardly see...
On my part? No, it's not my fault. Amy, would you please explain to Miss Hathaway how your little shenanigans happened?
Well, it wasn't my fault either. It was Mr. Rantui's fault.
Harold Rantulli, the speech communications teacher?
That's the one. He told me I need to assert myself. Take risks. Any kind of risk.
Mr. Rantulli, will you please come forward and explain yourself?
My name is Harold Rantulli, and I meant for Amy to take risks in my speech class, not in the bathroom with cigarettes.
I believe it's a teacher's responsibility to be clear and direct. You presented a dangerous challenge to a very young and impressionable mind. Clearly an act of negligence on your part.
Mrs. Randall, please!
On my part? No, it's not my fault. I mean, I didn't have a chance to explain myself more clearly to the class, because Mrs. Clemens took her class on an extended field trip off school grounds without permission and brought them back 21 minutes late, severely cutting into my class time. Thus, I had to rush.
Thank you, Mr. Rantulli. Mrs. Clemens, will you kindly come forward and state your case?
I'm Edna Clemens, and I have never had this happen in my 35 years of teaching entomology.
What happened?
We had no bugs. So I took my students over to a vacant field to collect some for our dissection lab.
You removed students from this campus without parental or administrative permission. Mr. Hathaway, this is a clear example of rule-breaking and disobedience on the part of your faculty.
No, it was not my fault. It was his fault for not delivering my insects from the bug farm.
Well, thank you, Miss Clemens. That will be all. Sir, kindly step forward. Give your name and occupation.
Daryl Downey, Done Right Delivery Service, delivery man.
Can you tell us why you didn't deliver the bugs to Mrs. Clemens' classroom?
Sure.
Why didn't you deliver the bugs?
'Cause my friend Lloyd had me over for dinner, and he invited some other old buddies and made us eat and drink too much. I didn't get up until afternoon the morning I was to deliver the bugs.
So you were hungover. Clearly an act of overindulgence and lack of self-discipline on your part.
On my part? No, it's not my fault. It's Lloyd's fault. He made me do it.
I invited Daryl over because he's been working too hard, and I was worried about him. I wanted him to cut loose, have some fun like old times.
And so you preyed on Daryl Downey's depressed demeanor and deliberately demanded he drink himself into a state of indignation. Obviously a devious endeavor on your part.
I wouldn't have done it if Daryl hadn't been working so hard.
Yeah, well, I've had to work so hard because some people are so disorganized and place their orders late.
I'm disorganized because I have to share a classroom. I can't ever get anything done. He's always complaining about his job.
Yes, well, I have a right to complain. I have nothing but disrespectful and indignant students who refuse to learn and refuse to listen.
Yeah, well, maybe we refuse to listen because you sound just like our parents, who know even less about raising kids than teachers know about teaching. It's your fault, Mom.
What? Well, there you have it, Mr. Hathaway.
There I have what?
Obviously, you have no idea what's going on or whom to call into your meetings regarding disciplinary actions towards students attending the school at which you are chief administrator. It's clear to all of us that Amy smoking in the restroom is
Your fault.